Okay, so I'm opening the editor, IntelliJ. So there I will show the code, how to write small programs. Okay, so we'll cover from this code from deep. So here is some sample codes are there. So control statement, oops, and string, scala, and collection. So these are the different topics are there. Okay, I'm starting my IntelliJ. Yeah, so here yesterday I covered if condition, and we can do the looping also. So different loops are there, while loop, and we have conditional loops are there, do while loop, for loop, nested loop. So we can just write a small programs like I can check the value of x is less than equal to 4 and I can print it. So it will print like this output. Okay. So is different examples are there. So you guys can try. Do while loop is first it will execute is at least one statement, and then it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will continue the further statement. Like this it will do. So some examples like here, if a equal to 10, so it is printing the value 10 first, then 10 minus 1, 9, 8, till the value is a is greater than 0. Okay, so it will be printing 1 also, 1 greater than 0. And then 1 minus 1, 0 will become, then it will come out from this do while loop. So do while loop, at least once it checks the condition later, first it will execute the statement. Okay. And this is a simple for loop. When I want to print something range, so I can start the range like this is like I can define this arrow operator, and I can specify the starting value to which value I want to print. Okay, so I can give the starting point to ending point. Okay, so this is example for, and nested loops also there, like some while loop inside another while loop, for loop, like I can write multiple loops also. Okay, so for this loop, for this while loop, it will run multiple times. The next value of the outer loop, it will run multiple times. Like this, it will come the output. So output will be coming like this. For a equal to 5, it is printing all these values. For a equal to 6, these are the values are coming. Okay, so for the outer loop, it will run multiple times. The inner loop will run multiple times. Like this is all loops are there. Okay, and break statement is there. Like I want to come out from the any loop, any condition I want to come out, I can use break. Okay, so I need to use the break like this. So some variable I need to define. Okay, like some variable I'm defining for break type, and here I'm just calling the loop.break. Okay, so I can write some condition also, like based on some condition I can do break. Okay, so I can write the break. So see here, so here I am just one breakable clause is there, this breakable clause. So here this breakable clause means whatever this loop is running, it will call the break. So here a equal to 6 is there, then it will break. Terminate the loop when the value of a is equal to 6. Otherwise, it will print the values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it will print. Okay. So once it will come out from this loop. So no further it will print the values. Okay. That is basically break. Okay. So these are examples you can run. So I am thinking to start some oops concept one. Okay, like how to write a classes, how to use inheritance, operators, constructor, polymorphism. So these are the Java Scala object-oriented concept for polymorphism, inheritance. Okay, so the class concept is like I say I have some blueprint is there. I say that is a class print. Like I can say some class is animal class. So animal is a one type of class is there. And what are the objects are there in the class? So those are having the same properties and behavior of that class. Those are called the objects. Like collection of objects are called class. Okay. And And objects like basically having the same property and behavior we are defining in the class, that will be followed by the object. So object we create using the new operator, right? In Java we create new operator, and here in Scala also we create object using the new operator. So basically here you can see the one example is this class is having only property and behavior. So this class smartphone is having a property, two properties are there, number and name of the company, and display is a function which is displaying the value of these properties. Okay. But I am using the one main class, I have created an object. Okay. So where I have a main function, there I am creating an object of this class and calling the method display. So whatever value I have initialize over here, I can print in display. But suppose my requirement is I have a values here in my main class and I want to pass it here. So I need to create some constructor I need to create. Okay, I mean, right now there is no constructor. So I will show you how to create a constructor. Okay, first we create a one class. Okay, so this is a project, right? How to create a project here? So new project, we create some Scala project we can create. Okay, whether you can use SBT or Maven, it doesn't matter. So like we can create a project, some project we can create. We can specify the name of the project, test project, and it is using, this is a Scala version is using, this is JDK version is using, and this is the SBT version. So some lower version I want, I can specify the lower version. Okay, so any version we can use. Okay, and then I can finish this project. So it will initialize one empty project. Okay. So this IntelliJ idea you can download it from Google community version. You can download it, and then you can create a project, and then we can write the classes and the objects we can create in the project. Okay. So this is a project now. Okay. So here is a Scala package is coming. So once this project will be initialized, I can create a Scala class or object I can create. Okay. So here the build tool is SBT. But suppose if I want to take, if I want to use Maven, so I need to create a Maven project. So there the build tool will be Maven. Okay. So there form.xml file will be there. Here this is a build.svt. Okay. So any dependency I need to add, I have to add it over here. Any dependency. Okay. But if I am using a Maven, then I have a form.xml is there. Okay. So form.xml I will be defining the. So here if I say new, I think it's not coming. It will take time. So in the same project, you can create multiple classes. Okay. So what we will do, we'll create classes from here. So first we are going to create this smartphone class and then copy paste the code. So you can simple class you declare, you define the variable. So how to declare the variable in the class? You have to use either where and well. Okay. Like when we want to modify the variable, we use the where. Otherwise, we use the well. So here I am defining the data type. Okay, here I am defining the data type. It is not mandatory because if you give only where and variable name, that is, it will automatically assign the value of that particular type. Okay. Still Scala has not come. So something like this package will come. Like Scala new. Okay, let's see, we create a class here. Scala. So suppose I'm going to create a class. So I'm giving the class I'm giving a class name. So I'm creating one class. So this is a class is there. Now this class I have to create these are the variables and one function. So I'm copying this code and pasting here. This one. This one. So here I pasted. So two variables and one function. Now I'm going to create another object. Okay. So scala class. So what is the object name? Main. So I'm creating a main one, and I say object, and I have to write a main function here. So that main. Okay, and I need to create object class. So I have to use either where or when. So I'm using a where variable to create an object, and this smartphone object class object I'm creating and calling the method. Now I run this class, run this object. So I should get the output whatever the variable I declared over there. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So this is the output is coming. So whatever variable values I have defined in this class, so those I'm able to print in this object. Okay. So this is simple example. Now if I want to define, like as a constructor I want to do, so I will define like this constructor I'm defining here. So I can pass the value from my main class. Okay, so what I do here, I just define in my smartphone. I don't want to give the value here. Or I should not use this variable. I should use this variable in the constructor. So I will define like this. So like two variables I need to define. I just so I can define these two variables. One is number and it is a int type. Second one is name of the company, that is a string type. Okay, so I'm not giving any default value. What I will do, I will pass the value here. Okay, in the when I'm calling the function, then I'm going to be passing the value. So like this I will pass the value. Okay, main function. So here it is giving the error, right? Because it is asking for the parameter. So I am passing parameter. Now it is not giving any error, right? So output is coming, name of the company and this one. Only thing is, what I did, I want to pass the parameter values dynamically from my main class. Okay, main function I want to pass. So what I did in the constructor, I declared a constructor, I created a constructor here. And I provided the parameter. So I'm not using the hard-coded parameter. Okay. then I'm calling. So basically, when I pass through the constructor, so it already assigned, and when I call display, whatever value is assigned already by constructor, it will be printed by calling the display function. Okay. So this is an example of constructor. Hello. Okay, so this is a way like we can call the instance, and we can call how to call the instance in the classes basically. Okay, suppose I have to do inheritance in Scala. Okay, so I have to create a multiple classes. Like in Java, we know we have a one parent class, one child class, right? So similarly,
Right.
just hello.
Yes. Hello.
You're asking Abdul something?
No.
Okay. So basically, I want to implement the inheritance. So inheritance means whatever the properties and behavior you are defining in the parent class. So when you extend the class, so child class will be inherited for properties. Okay. So that is basically the example of the inheritance. So there are different types of inheritances. There are single inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. So we can define the inheritance. So here, one class I declared one variable and I given this value, and the child class I declared another variable. So I want to access this parent class variable in the child class, so I'm getting directly. Okay, so when I call my function, I will call my child class function, so that can be having the variable of this class as well as this class. Okay, so I'm not running this example. This is self-explanatory example. Now another example is this is single inheritance example. Like when we have one parent class is there only, one parent, one child. Okay, that is single inheritance. Multi-level inheritance means like we have one class is derived from the another class, then another class is derived from another one more class. So that class, this is multi-level. Okay, so here is one parent class is there. I created another child from the parent, and another child 2 is from the first child 1. So I should get the variable name and age, both I will get it in this class. Okay, I think this is all clear, right? Basically, it's not that much complicated. Okay, so just you need to run, just create a same class. You don't need to create whatever class name they have taken. You can create one inheritance example, and same example you can modify it. Like first you try this single inheritance example. So here is already parent is there. And when you are going to do this multi-level inheritance, so just create a one more child 1 and then child 2. Okay. So that way you can do practice. Just you have to see the output, how the output is coming for the different types of scenarios. Hierarchical inheritance is like I have a one base class and multiple derived class is inherited. Okay. So if I say one parent is there and these are the properties are there, child 1 having its own property also there. Okay. So what I'm doing here, I'm using name 1 in the child 1 and child 2 I'm using the name 2. Okay. So when I'm printing the details in the child 1, I will print name and age. Name 1 plus age. But child 2, I am printing name 2 plus height. So that is my requirement. Okay. So basically whatever property of child 1, that will remain there. But this age property will not come in child 2. Why it can't come? Because it is not part of parent. Okay. So whatever properties are the part of the parent, only those properties can be inherited. So I am using name 1 here. That's the reason I am able to print name 1. Even I can use name 2 also here. Or I can use name 1 here also. Okay. So it is vice versa. Okay. So any property which is present in the parent, I can drive into the child. Okay. So that is the concept basically this hierarchical inheritance. Okay. When multiple child classes are there from okay.
Okay.
And one is multiple inheritance is there. Multiple inheritance means two base classes are there. Okay, two base classes and we are driving to one single class. Okay, so if you see here, this example cannot be implemented by the classes. Actually, you heard about in Java, multiple inheritance support is not there. Okay, same Scala also does not support the multiple inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance is supported in Java, but multiple inheritance is not supported because two different classes you can extend in one single class. Right? You can't write a syntax like this. Drive class extend class B, comma C. You can't write this because this syntax is not allowed even in Java in Scala. Okay, so they have given one concept trade. If you want to do this kind of thing, how can we do this multiple inheritance in Java? So we have an interface concept is there. So we will create two interfaces and we will be implementing multiple interfaces in one single class. That is possible. Suppose if I want to write like multiple classes we can't extend, but multiple interfaces we can implement it. Okay, like suppose if I want to write two interfaces there, one interface A, interface B, and I want to write one class C, which is implements A comma B. This syntax is correct. Okay. So this is multiple inheritance only, but this is indirect way. Multiple inheritance through interfaces in Java. Okay. So here in the interfaces concept is there in the Scala is trade. Okay. So trade, what we can do, we can create a two trade. One trade is trade A, trade B, and then we have class C, we can extend trade A and trade B. Okay, so here we are using the extend keyword. If you see here, extend first trade, then with trade 2. Like this you have to do. Okay, so if you want to implement two trades, so one trade you have to extend, another trade you have to use with keyword. Okay, so there the two trades are there. One trade is having one method, another trade is having second method, and one class you are extending one trade with second trade. Okay, so basically what is the advantage of the trade? So trade is basically providing a similar functionality same as an interface, and we can use two different trades. We can one extend and one with. We can implement in the implementation class. So can you see here we are providing the implementation. So we are providing the implementation and we are calling a separate method. So when I call this method 1, I will get this output. When I call method 2, I will get this output. Okay. And another last inheritance is hybrid. Hybrid is a mix of both, right? It is a mix of two or more type of inheritance. So it is having multiple inheritance, it is having single inheritance, or it is having the hierarchical also, or it is having your multi-level also. If you see A, B, C, A, B, D, or A, C, D, this is multiple. Okay, so all different types of inheritance comes together. That is called hybrid. Okay, so just practice it all the examples just for understanding in what kind of inheritance are there. Okay, trade concept they have given separately also. Okay, but inheritance is multiple times we are using the trades.
Okay.
Is clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. So operator in Scala, I'm not covering. This Scala operator is very simple. Just this, you can practice this. Okay, different types.
It's similar to like Java, everything.
Yeah, same Java, arithmetic operator relation. So arithmetic operator plus, minus, star, multiplication, division. This modulo is for the remainder. Like if you say 20% 2, it will come 0. 21% 2, it will come 1. So where you need the remainder, right? So there you can use modulo operator. Okay, exponential operator, like you want to power thing you want to use, you can use exponent. Other operator like relation, greater than, less than, equal to, less than, greater than. So all different types of relation operators are there. All other like the logical operator, double ampersand, double or. So these are the categories of the operator. Assignment operator is plus, plus equal, minus equal. So whenever you write a equal to a plus 1, okay, so you can use plus equal to, you can use, okay, like this, c plus equal to a. So this means is c equal to c plus a. Okay,
Okay.
this kind of bitwise operator, like this is binary operators, like we have and or, bitwise and bitwise or, like we have the, like this is a two numbers, but internally it will be using the binaries. Okay, and then it will be using bitwise operator. So a and b. Okay, so basically 20 it will calculate the binary number, b it will calculate the binary number, then it will find the resultant value of a and b, right? This a bitwise and. Okay,
Okay.
now 16 is coming. How the 16 is calculated? So it will be doing like the 20 binary value, 18 binary values, and then it will be 1 1 will be 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 and 0 0 0. Like this is the way it will be, and then again it will be calculating binary to decimal value. So that value will come. Okay. But they are doing it programmatically. Okay.
Okay.
So these are the operators. So simple operators are there. Okay. Constructor we see already. And I will tell later. Scala, singleton, companion object. So two types of constructor is there: primary constructor and auxiliary constructor. Okay. Secondary constructor we call it in Java. So primary constructor and the secondary constructor in Java, and one is a default constructor. So default constructor is when you see if I don't pass any parameter here on the top, that is called default constructor. Okay, because we are not using any parameterized constructor, so that is a default constructor. Okay, but suppose my requirement is I have to pass the parameter list from my main program, and I want to call it in the my main program. I want to pass the parameter. I can define the primary constructor, this primary constructor I can define. Okay, and suppose I want to define the auxiliary constructor. So constructor other than the primary constructor. So one more constructor I can define. Suppose right now I'm using three parameters here. Okay, or two parameters I'm using here. Okay, but my requirement is I want to use only one parameter. So I need to create one more constructor that will be called secondary constructor. Okay, because whenever I am just instantiating the object, so this object maybe sometimes I am passing only one parameter or two parameters. So if I have a less parameters, I have to create a secondary constructor. Okay, so it is saying the constructor other than the primary constructor are known as the auxiliary constructor, and we are allowed to create any number of auxiliary constructor based on the number of parameters, and we have to use def keyword. Def this. So how to define this? Primary constructor, this is two parameter. Okay, this is a primary constructor with two parameter. But auxiliary constructor I am defining here def this with two parameter here also. Okay, so sometimes if I want to use a different number of parameter I can pass, or I can call my primary constructor from here. Okay, suppose from the secondary constructor I want to call my primary constructor, so I can call it from here. So how I am creating here? I am passing the three values. So three values basically display. Okay, so this is having the three values. Out of three, some values are already part of the primary constructor. So whatever is already part of the primary constructor, that I need to call this again. Whatever is not part of the primary constructor, suppose I know total parameters are three, 1, 2, and 3. I know out of these three parameters, I want to keep two parameters as a primary parameter and one I want to keep it as a secondary. So what I can do, suppose whenever I'm creating an object using these two, so I can use primary. Simply I can write like this. I will not pass this parameter. So primary will directly call. Primary will directly call. Primary will initialize your value, and when you call the display, so this will come 0 because the default value is this one is 0, right? Because it is not initialized. But whenever you are passing this value, so it will understand that this is not primary because it is passing three parameters. Three parameter means secondary. In secondary, what it will do, first two parameter it will call primary, and the third parameter it will assign the value to your this variable. So whenever you are calling like this, your output will be coming three values. Okay, I run this example. Okay, I have to create a separate class. So I'm creating a new scala class. What is the name of the class? GFG. So I'm defining here. I need to define the primary constructor. Okay, so there is, and now I'm creating a, I can use the same object. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just, I will try with both. Okay, so what is the use of the secondary constructor, then you will come to know. Okay, so I'm commenting this. So in this main class, I'm going to call. So first I call without primary. Okay, I'm passing just two parameters. So when I run this, I'll get two values, but third one is 0 because the default value in this 0, right? But when I pass some value, okay, now I'm calling. So basically it is flexible, right? Like it is flexible. I can create an instance with my constructor, auxiliary constructor, which is calling the primary constructor, or if I don't have the third value, I can use directly primary constructor. Okay, this one. So now the value is coming. The last one 67 is coming. Is clear this one? This primary constructor or auxiliary constructor. So what is the use of both constructor? So constructor main use is to initialize the value. Okay, the constructor uses the initialize the value of the instance. For that purpose, we use the constructor. Okay. And one more concept is there in the, this is a OOPS concept. One concept is inheritance is there, polymorphism is there, and one is abstraction is there. So inheritance we already covered. When we have a parent-child relationship is there, that is the inheritance. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism means like we have one interface, many forms. So if I say some example, like I have a one add function is there. Okay, this add function has many number of parameters we can pass. Suppose if I say I have a one parameter is A, one is B. So this is doing sum for two variable. But suppose I have another sum function, add function, but that is doing sum for three parameter. Okay. So this is called in Java overloading. Like we have the same function name, but the parameters are different. Okay. So based on the number of parameter or type of parameters, I am calling the function. So whenever I call this two parameters, I will pass. So automatically it will call this function body. When I pass three values, it will call this function. So the advantage is it will runtime, it will decide. Okay, compile time it is already bound. It is already bound. Like this function is for two parameters, this function is three parameters, but function name is same. But when we are calling function, so based on our number of parameters, it will automatically decide to which one it has to call. So here in Scala, like they define two functions. One is taking two values, one is taking one value. So one value just they are displaying it. But whenever two values are coming or three values are coming, they are doing different operation. So they are saying to this one function, one value, just simply printing. Two values are coming, they are doing sum. When three values are coming, they are doing multiplication. Now they are passing the different values. Okay. So when they are passing 120, it is doing 120. When 50, 70, it's a sum. And 10, 5, and 6, it is multiplication. So, like polymorphism. So this is kind of overloading we call in Java. So this is called polymorphism concept in Scala, right? Kind of overloading only. And overriding happens in the parent-child relationship. Okay. So this is another example. Like I have a class, I am having a different string values are there. One is string, two string values, one is this one. So function name we keep it same, but based on the number of parameter and type of parameter, we are calling that function. Okay. So every time I am calling the FUNC, but here I pass two parameter string. Here I am also passing the two parameter string. Okay. So where I am passing the two parameter string, it will call. Where I am passing string and int, this one will call. And where I am passing int comma int, so I am calling this one sum. Okay, like this we can do. So okay, so these are small programs you can practice it. Okay, so I am not going to create each and every class, so I'll just show it. So see, whenever you have only functions, like you don't need, so you can define simple class. But when you want to call your class instance, you have to use object. Okay, that is the main difference. Okay, so I define the functions here. Now in my main class, I am going to call my functions. So I need to create an instance first. Line comment you want to do. Okay, is select it first. Like I can select and then control shift slash. Same like in Java, like this. We can use same like a Java. So I can call here. So I created an instance of this class and then I can call the functions. So I will get the output. Okay, so this is polymorphism. Abhi multi-threading we are not using. Scala this keyword. This one use of this we see in auxiliary constructor, right? We are defining this to define our secondary constructor where we can pass different number of parameters. Okay, so one use of the this one this is like we can use for the auxiliary, and one this is like we can call the default constructor, right? I can just call the default, like whatever values are there in the variable that will be assigned. Okay, so I can use this constructor also, this for primary constructor. This method constructor is also using the this. Okay. So Scala functions are there, different types of function categories are there. So far we have declared a very basic function using the def keyword. We are defining the function name and then we are defining the parameter list and colon. After the function parameter list, we are defining the return type, what this function will return. Okay. So if I want to write my own custom function, so I can define the function body. and this is my class. Within the class, I have a one main function. This is the main function, and outside the main function, I'm defining my simple function. Okay, so that way I can define the function, and I can call this function in my main function. Okay, suppose this function is there in some other class. In that case, I need to create an instance of class, and then I can call the function. That way I can do. Okay, another function category is there, anonymous function. Anonymous function is where the function doesn't have the name. Right? This is in Java also. Anonymous function. We use generally lambda operator. Okay. So using lambda, we can define the anonymous function. So like I can define these are the two parameters, and what I want to do with these two parameters, I am defining using lambda. Okay. So how to use it? So suppose here I am defining my anonymous function. So this function is no name, but whenever we have two parameters, string parameters are there, I can call it. So what I did, I have assigned this anonymous function to some variable, right? And this variable I am passing the parameter. Okay. So anonymous function I have to define some variable. Okay. And whatever variable I am defining, I have to use lambda. After that, I have to write logic. So this logic could be anything, right? I can do anything with this string variable. Okay. If I'm passing a number variable, I can do any operation on that data. Okay. Another way is I can use wildcard character. So wildcard character means underscore means one single parameter. So I am just specifying here underscore colon. So this is underscore. So this is one variable is there that is of string type. Okay. So both are giving the same result. Okay. Either you can do this way and define this way. Okay. But here one thing you can observe here, you are not using the lambda, because whatever the variable you are defining, you are directly doing the operation on that. Right? So you are not defining the logic. So logic itself is while you are using the variable, you are defining the logic. Okay. Okay. And sometimes like now we can call it like this is a one anonymous function they define, and they are my function one, my function, they have two parameters, and this two parameters logic is here. This is the lambda. Suppose we have one function is calling another function. Okay. So first they are calling my function. They are passing a two variable, and inside that they are calling another function fun. Where is fun? They have defined this is my fun variable, and this is f1 variable. F1 my function, and this is f2 variable. Okay, these are independent functions. These two variables, f1 is having my function, okay, and my function is calling okay, we run it. Let's see. This one is I'm just first is coming this output. This output is coming from this one because it is printing. So this is independent thing. This is they are saying that when you have any function variable, you can call it like this. So this is printing this one. After that, they define one my function. My function is fun. This is fun. Okay. So this fun is like this one. They are passing as a function as a parameter. Okay. So this is function as a parameter you are passing, and then this one is doing the concatenation. So two times, like for f1 you are calling like this, or f2 you call like this. So either you can call my function, then you can write the logic here. Otherwise you can write underscore plus underscore. So that is the second wildcard approach. When you use the wildcard approach, then you don't need to use lambda. Okay, but when you are using non-wildcard approach, then you have to write it properly function. Okay, so you are writing like this. So this is the approach basically. This is same thing, whatever is they have told here. Okay, and method overloading and overriding. Okay, this is the polymorphism concept we seen already. So method overloading. So like we have a different same function name with a different parameter. So again they repeated the same thing. Okay, the function overloading. And the next concept is function overriding. Method overriding. So method overriding in the parent-child relationship. So I say I have one class and I have some function is there. And I'm having another class which is extending the first class. So it is, if I don't override this function, so whatever this function is having the result that will come. But I can override it. What I'm doing here, I'm just overriding this function with my new implementation of child class. Okay, another child class is extending the same class, but it is giving the implementation different. It is giving implementation 30 value, it is giving 32. So whenever I'm assigning this class object, this child class object I create, then I call this function, I will get this value. If I call this function, I will get this value. So in my main class, if I'm creating a 3 variable and I'm assigning these child class object, class 1, class 2, class 3. Class 1 is subclass which is extending from the parent. Class 2 is also extending from the parent, but this is also overriding different value. And this is, so all three are implementing different values. One is 30, one is 32, one is 29. So 3 results will get 30, 32, 29. So whichever object you assign it, then you call this function, that value you will get it. This is called method overriding. Okay. So method overriding concept is when you are re-implementing the method in child class and you call the method on child class, so you will get the child class implementation. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. So one this example you run it and report how this output comes. Okay. And lambda expression. So already we've seen the lambda expression like in the anonymous functions. So similar way like they are declaring here. You have a variable, some variable name, and you are specifying the input parameter to the anonymous function, and then you are doing the some calculation, some logic. Okay. So you can define any function with single parameter, multiple parameter, you can write the logic. So suppose you are calling this ex1. So it will call this anonymous function. When you are calling this, it will call this one. So this is the lambda expression, double arrow you have to use. Means like it's a equal arrow symbol we have to use. Okay. So map is a function which can apply each element of the list. So suppose I'm saying I have a one list, and how to declare list? It's very simple. Just list, and these are the 6 parameters are there, 6 values are there. What I need to do, l.map, I want to take each element of this list and I want to do square. Okay, so using lambda, this is another use of lambda. So lambda, I can use it, I can take one variable x like each element of the list it will represent, and what I want to do I can specify here. Even I can do some x plus 2, x minus 1, anything, whatever calculation you want to do, just specify here. So what it will do, it will multiply, it will do the square of each element and it will print the list. So it is again returning the list. What is doing? It is doing the square of each element and returning the same list. So what will be the final list you will get it? 1, 1, 4, 9, 25, 64. Like this you will get the list. Okay. So this map function you will see in the Spark also. In Spark also we are using the map function. So map function is basically applying the operation on each element of the RDD or list, whatever collection you have. Okay. So that is basically lambda we can use here in map function. Okay. So here is also two lists is there, and what they want to do, they are calling a separate map function, and this function they want to apply using the lambda. So this is another way. This is another way like you can do. So each individual element we can do the square. Okay. So using function you can do. This is anonymous function. So anonymous function you want to do, and this function you can pass to the map. So whatever logic you are writing here, if you see now this logic is same, right? Whatever this logic, you have defined some function. This logic, right? This is same logic. So you have defined this logic is some function, and function you are passing as a parameter to map function. So whatever this function, like now basically map means it will pick one element. One element it will pick, it will apply that function. It will pick another element, it will apply this function. Will do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any transform function, this function they have defined. They have defined what will be the input parameter and what will be the return parameter, double. Okay. So they are doing calculation and returning the square. So that one area. Pi r square. Okay. So this is the example of lambda expression. Okay. And one more thing I will tell, then I will finish it. One is where argument. Sometimes when we are passing the parameter in function, suppose 100% sure how many parameters we needed. Right? Suppose I want to write one sum function. But I don't know some function will take 2 parameters, minimum 2 parameters is needed, that's for sure. But how many parameters we want? Like one way is you write a separate function. You overload the function, right? Overloading you do. Some function with 1, 2 parameter, 3 parameter, 4 parameter, 5 parameter. But you don't know how many parameters we can get it. So they have given a one feature that is variable number of argument. As many as number of parameter will be there, it will do sum. Okay. So suppose I am passing only 2 parameters. So 2 parameter sum will be there. If I am passing 3 parameter sum. 5 parameter sum. So here, this is generic function. So this is implemented through where arg. So how to define where arg? One more third parameter you will define. Okay, suppose minimum 2 parameters you are defining like this, and you are defining as a where arg. Okay, so suppose you are passing only 2 variables. So this parameter will not be used. It will do sum and it will return. But if it is finding your number of parameter ARGS, okay, it will check and it will do the sum. So whatever result it got it, the first 2 parameter, after that number of values it will add. Okay, so first it will find the result of A and B, that is 8. Then after it will do a loop. This is a loop, right? So this is the total number of parameter, and this is each value of this number of parameter. So how many parameters are there? Total 3. So 3 times it will run. 1000, 2000, 2000. Then final result it will calculate. Okay. So this kind of thing is called var. See here, it is passing 3 parameter. Okay, and now if I'm passing only 2 parameter, it will print 2 because I'm using string star. So here it is like a array kind of way we are passing. So if I'm passing 2 parameter, it will do the println of 2. Because map function you already seen, right? The map function. So whatever variable is there, this is my variable name, string star map and println. So suppose I am getting 3 string variables, so I will print 3. If I am getting 2, I will print 2. Okay. So this kind of things generally we do like when we are not sure how many parameters will be passed. Okay. So we can't write separate function for those number of parameters. It will be unpredicted, right? And that is not a good programming. So generally we follow the variable argument. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, clear.
So just follow this website and practice in IntelliJ. Okay, practice in IntelliJ. Okay, that is more easy. And another way is we have scala shell. Okay, command line. But for initial practice, you can do for the coding there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow I will be covering this collection, traits, this packages, all these things. Then I will start the Spark. Okay. After Spark.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.